Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family and friends. Your boy has cracked the code. Trump is going to flee, and I think I know exactly where he's going to go. Okay, that's the name of this video. Trump flees to the Balkan states. Okay, I'll go into that in just a minute. But first, I have to touch on something that just happened on Monday. I've been telling you guys, I've been talking about the Trump Bible, for a couple of months, and Project 2025. When I told you they've been planning this stuff for a minute, I'm going to show you how diabolical this is. I mean, I can't even be mad at this hustle, okay? I can't even be mad at it, but I see it. And they're not talking about it on mainstream Fox News. They're not talking about it on Truth Social or on X or on Rumble. They're not talking about it in any of these places, okay? So check this out. The Republican Trump-supporting governor of Oklahoma, on Monday, he declared that all the public schools needed to have a Bible in the classroom, okay? Now, for people to bid or companies to bid, the Bible must be a King James Version that has the Old and New Testament. It must also include the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the amendments, and the Pledge of Allegiance. This Bible must also be leather-bound or leather-like material. Now, that's interesting, okay? And they're going to get 50,000 to 100,000 of these books. And the governor had the nerve to say, I'm not involved in the bidding process. I don't know what companies are going to bid to try to, provide these books to the school district. There's only one book in the history of the world that meets those requirements. Can you take a wild guess of what book that is? Yeah, that's right. It's the Trump version. It's the only book that qualifies to this bid for the entire state of Oklahoma. Something that you didn't know, though, which I'm going to tell you, if you do the math, 50,000 to 100,000 at $60 a pop, that's anywhere from 3 to 7 million. I'm just going to round those numbers off, okay? Bet you didn't know that book is made in China. The All-American Trump Bible is made in China. You know how much it costs to make that book? $3. Three to the dome, $3. It's selling it for $60. Congratulations. You played yourself, okay? Now, not only is this a violation of separation of church and state, they are using public funding, federal and state, basically to hand money over to Trump. They don't even care that you see the hustle. They don't even care that they're being crooked. That's how desperate they're getting, okay? Going somewhere with this. They're getting real desperate, all right? Now, just as a side note, isn't one of the reasons that they say that they don't want women to have certain medical procedures is for religious reasons? Well, what about all the Jewish kids that have to be in those classrooms with the Trump version of the Bible? Can't they protest or their parents protest for religious reasons? Just saying, they don't really think these things through, okay? Now, that aside, on to the main course. Why do I say he's going to go to the Balkan states? The Balkan states, in case you didn't know, it's former provinces or areas that used to be part of Russia or the USSR, Soviet Union, like Ukraine, because all the Baltic states are kind of rock cradle around Ukraine, okay? Places like Serbia and Romania and Slovenia. Why does that name sound familiar? That's where Melania's from. Trump's wife is from Slovenia, one of the Balkan states. How interesting, okay? Now, Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, Trump Jr. and executives for Truth Social and Rumble, all these people that are in Trump's inner circle, they have been in a mad dash taking trips, flying over there. They've been ramping that up because, in case you didn't know, that's one of the locations where Trump has a proposal for a luxury resort to be built. Okay, he's getting a luxury resort built over there in one of those Balkan states. Okay, my guess is that it's going to be Romania, but I don't know. I mean, I could look it up, but here's the thing. They've been ramping up their trips over there trying to get this place built. Now, I'm not going to say that this is like, a luxury Epstein Island type resort, but what I will say is that they are a little bit more lax on their laws regarding age of consent. I'll just put it like that. They're a little bit more lax, okay? Now, how does that help people like this governor, for Oklahoma or some of the other rich donors for Trump and his campaign? Well, they have some place that they can go that's kind of second world, not quite third world, where they can go and party, and have a little bit less lax laws, if you understand what I'm saying, okay? Now, I'm not going to say that's the main reason that he's going to go over there to the Baltic states. Here's the main reason. And if you didn't know, all of those countries, they do have extradition orders with the U.S., okay? And all of them have their documents are all very similar to one another. When they broke away from Russia, they made deals with, the U.S. and other countries, all right? So now I'm going to read one specifically. I had to write this down so I got it correct, okay? And this is from Romania. So you can look this up if you want. It's TIAS. That's Tango India Alpha Sierra 09-508. This is the extradition treaty with the U.S. Okay. Under Article 4, for political and military offenses, it says extradition shall not be granted if the offense for which extradition is requested is a political offense. Now, what does that mean? That means election tampering, election interference, fake electors, even the January 6th coup attempt. All of those can be construed as political offenses, which means they do not extradite for. So you could be a political opponent or basically political asylum at Trump's luxury resort in the Balkan states. Now, do I know that's what's going to happen for sure? I can't see the future, but I'm pretty good at guessing. Mark my word. If I'm right, then we'll look back on this day in October, and you'll say, "Woo, Greg is a genius," and you'll never doubt me again. Thank you, and that's my video.